Hi my lovely Taurus, welcome to Taurus Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Today is going to be a general tarot love reading for my Taurus in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is a general reading, not private or personal one, so please do take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. This is also a timeless message, it's for whenever you come across it. Whenever I'm saying anything in this reading about how you feel, how they feel, or anything that I'm describing, if it resonates for you just with the roles reversed, that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and reverse them. You might find you resonate as the other person rather than the Taurus. And if you're a cross-watcher coming to find out about a Taurus, you might find that you resonate as the Taurus. I hope that makes sense. So let's get some messages for you. We'll see what's going on. Oh, Five of Cups immediately. Oh, Taurus, what's going on, my darling earth sign? So when that Five of Cups showed itself, I can see the Tower and the Eight of Cups. Wow. Let's get some more. I mean, that feels like someone in deep sorrow and distress, emotionally just absolutely gutted, heartbroken, sobbing, maybe about some sort of turmoil that a connection is going through. Maybe someone walked away from them. So maybe something happened that made the other person despair or leave them alone. We've got the Eight of Swords that came out. Sorry, I've got a really weird pain in my side. Eight of Swords, so someone is very much up in their head. We've got the Lovers card, it's Gemini's Major Arcana. One more please for Taurus. Four of Wands in reverse. Oh my gosh. This feels like there could have been something happen relatively recently or something quite fresh. It feels like a fresh pain. Feeling like it might have lost somebody. Obviously this could be how someone might be feeling about you, Taurus. It feels like potentially a relationship with the Four of Wands in reverse, like someone storming out of a home that you share with them. Why the Five of Cups for Taurus? Oh my gosh, Ten of Wands came out kind of sideways, and at the bottom of the deck is the Tower again. The Tower is very much linked to that Five of Cups, so this feels like the worst has happened, like someone's worst fears about losing their person. It might have, with that Ten of Wands, it feels like something's come to like someone's reached their limit, someone's given up on the connection, it's like, that Tower might have been like a straw that broke the camel's back kind of energy with the Ten of Wands, of like maybe you're both trying to make it work for Ten of Swords just came out. Oh, Taurus. All of the earth signs have been rough in different ways, but good grief, this is giving me a breakup. And I was going to say, it's kind of like a sense that you might have been trying to make this work with this person for some time. So this could have been something that you felt might have been brewing in some way, but at the same time, it's still exceptionally painful. Why the Eight of Swords? Nine of Cups sideways. Why? King of Pentacles in reverse with the Death card at the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles is Taurus's minor arcana. It's earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It can also be, if it's not you coming through as King of Pentacles, then it could definitely be your counterpart. Someone is feeling like this has reached a point where it's impossible. What you wanted to have with them, it was a dream that you were chasing for some time, but you feel like it's out of reach. It was maybe a fantasy to think that this person could be the partner that you needed them to be or wanted them to be. It's like something that someone can't get past, like a desire that someone has that the other person couldn't get past that. It was like a blocker. Why the Lovers? Nine of Wands. So there's this message about not wanting to give up, even though there seem to be quite a few flags as to potential clashes between the two of you. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, that's that not wanting to give up and wanting to maybe there's someone here who's still trying to message the other person to kind of, someone has walked away, left the other person in tears, and the person who's been left is still trying to like reach out with some sort of message because they don't want to give up. They don't want to let this go. The person who walked away has put a wall up effectively. We've got the Six of Swords. This is like, let's not give up. Let's, trying to say something to suggest to the other person, we can get through this, we can work through this, things can get better. Why the Four of Wands in reverse? Justice, again, coming out sideways. That's Libra's major arcana. And the Strength card in the upright. It's Leo's major arcana. But this is, someone feels like it's a very difficult choice to end this relationship. But at the same time, they feel like it's the right thing to do. Whether it's easy or whether, they want it. Part of them might not want to end it, but they feel like they have to. Why is that? Page of Swords. This is like someone standing at getting some perspective, looking like an outsider, looking in maybe on the dynamic of the relationship, and something is telling them that it's not going to work. Why? It could be a choice or a preference about having a family and children as well. Maybe you want different things, and that's become so apparent that although it might be difficult, one of either of you is going to be left not feeling fulfilled in what you wanted from a relationship if it continues the way it is. It feels like someone's got some perspective by maybe getting some space. Whoever's coming through more strongly in the masculine energy and the dynamic, they might be very... They won't budge about their opinion. And it could well be that they don't want to bring a child into this world. Maybe they experience some sort of sense of feeling abandoned or neglected by their own parents. What caused this ending, or this feeling like it's over? Like it definitely gets sense that it was a blow up, and someone has distanced themselves from the other one. But like, what was the catalyst? So we have the Queen of Pentacles, interestingly, which came out on top of the King of Pentacles in reverse. So there you are. There's the counterparts, the King and Queen of Pentacles. But at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords, and underneath that is the Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant. It could well be whoever's resonating as the Queen of Pentacles called time. That Queen of Swords is someone like cutting something off. It can be like, no more. It definitely, for me, it can be someone choosing to end a relationship. But why? Ooh, something to do with financial stability as well. We've got Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles upright. I don't know if someone lost their job or lost their... or they maybe they didn't have their finances together, or they were reckless with their finances. And whatever they were doing in that sense also meant that what the two of you wanted to do, like the dreams that the two of you had, felt like this is never actually, it's always going to be impossible because you're not getting your shit together. Anything else? We've got the Nine of Swords that came out, and Oh, the bottom of the deck is Judgment. Underneath Judgment is Death. Wow. Oh, there's the Five of Wands as well. It's just come out. Very stressed over a conflict between the two of you, like a clash. It is something to do with finances. But the Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse. Okay. Tell me more, please, for Taurus. Wow. First card out, Taurus. We've got the Broken card, Shattered, Heartbroken, and Destroyed. Oh my goodness. That's what I got straight away from that Five of Cups card that came out. Why broken? Well, because there's, yeah, so conflict, clashing differences, incompatibility, but then escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. This is giving me that there's some sort of incompatibility between you and this person, but one person has basically had enough, and it's reached a breaking point where they have it's like it's blown up, like with that tower. And as I said, I feel like something was brewing, and it's reached a breaking point where it's exploded. But the other person, it's also reached that point because the other person didn't want to face something about, like, that was an issue. It was like being swept under the rug. Wow. The Knocked Up card came out. It says pregnancy, expecting, and mothering. And then the bottom of the deck is penny pinching, financial struggles, saving up, budgeting. Ooh, this is what I kind of got, Taurus. It may have been that someone was very focused on being financially wise for either a family that you already have with this person, or the family that you wanted to have with this person, and you thought that that's what they wanted too. Like everything you wanted to achieve as a couple, you know, maybe that was included being able to have a family and provide for your children, that kind of thing, have a stable home and family life to raise children. But that involved, you know, saving up. I mean, for some of you, maybe you found out that if you're the person who's called, like, right, that's it, this is, you know, if there's been some argument, it could well have been over savings, like money that you thought that you had saved up with this person because of the plans that you wanted to have, you know, that you planned for in the future. Finding out that they have been spending that money maybe on, like, socializing with, or just going out, you know, enjoying themselves, or kind of been dipping into your savings or something like that. Let's get you a spirit animal card and then we'll go into the spread. Give me a card for Taurus, please. Oh, we've got the moth spirit, which says surrender now. I mean, that's also because if you think about moths, they keep being drawn towards the light bulb, for example, towards the light, but then the light bulb keeps burning them. And obviously if the moth keeps flying towards it, it might reach the stage where they get burnt so badly that they fall to the ground, kind of thing. So it can be a thing of, it can be a message which suggests to, like, you know, you're hurting yourself by continue to try to make something work, which is like banging your head against a brick wall. Or you keep being drawn back towards something which is not necessarily, which keeps hurting you, effectively. We've got eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. There's a strong sense of wisdom, and also, like, eagles for me always have this kind of sense of presence and integrity about them. I don't know, that's how I feel about eagles. At the bottom of the deck is the wombat spirit, which says be at home. So there could be a time for you to, well, I mean, that is such a Taurus animal spirit card, because Taurus are notorious, and I love it about Taurus, but, you know, notorious homebodies. So this could be the time to, you know, stand in your integrity with that eagle spirit, of, like, you know what to do. The owl spirit, you see clearly now. You see, like, if there was any sort of question about whether this is something you should still try to keep trying to make work, then there might have been something this person did that has really, like, made it crystal clear that you are just, like, by continuing to try and make it work with this person, you might be hurting yourself, or what you want from life, for example. So let's get into a spread for you, Taurus. All right. And whilst I'm just preparing the spread, if I could just ask you to hit the thumbs up button for me, that would be amazing. It really helps the video and the channel, and it means the world to me, so thank you so much. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love to have you. And if it does resonate for you, leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much. All right. How you're feeling about this person, Taurus? The Six of Swords. How are they feeling about you? The Death card. How are they viewing you? Queen of Pentacles. There you are. That's you in your power, Taurus. What is this person's current situation? King of Swords. That's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What are the intentions of this person towards you, Taurus? We have the High Priestess. The action this person's most likely going to take towards you next. The Knight of Wands. What's going to be happening between the two of you most likely going forward. The Seven of Wands. Oof. The bottom of this deck, we have the Strength card. That is Leo's major arcana. It's a struggle here to accept something reaching its maybe even natural conclusion. It's going to be a struggle because to acknowledge the truth and to no longer deny it. There may have been such a sense of, like, all the dreams that you had about the future that you would have with this person, the kind of, all the images, the kind of photo albums of the images that you would create with this person in the future. Already it might have been something that you imagined, and it's so hard to let go of the life that you thought you would have with this person. But it's calling for, like, this inner strength to accept the truth of the reality of the situation. There's also a stress here about what happens next. Like, maybe that this is going to be a bit of a life being turned upside down, kind of a moment, and having to maybe start all over and start off in a new beginning, certainly. And that can be scary. And that could also be part of the resistance of accepting the truth of what the situation is with this person. All right, let me just get the second layer for the spread, and then we'll go through it. With the top 7 cards one more time for Taurus, please. Nope. Seven of Cups has just popped out in reverse. Kind of, it's like someone, could be your person here, Taurus, thinking that they had more options than they did have. All right. How you're feeling about this person, Taurus, we have the Lovers card. How they're feeling about you is the King of Cups. I mean, you definitely both still have love for each other, that's for sure. There's strong Scorpio energy here as well. How they're viewing you. The Justice card, that's Libra's major arcana. The Lovers is Gemini, again, major arcana. Their current situation, well, I thought that would be at some point in the spread. We have the Three of Swords. So they are coming through as devastated about what's gone down here. Their intentions towards you, Taurus. We have the Queen of Pentacles. It's the second time it's on a spread. I'm only getting 7 cards from each deck of 78 cards, so it's here twice. The action they're most likely going to take towards you next. Knight of Cups, another knight, and what's going to be happening most likely going forward between the two of you. Okay, we've got the Three of Pentacles. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, underneath the Ace of Pentacles is the Empress, which can be the Divine Feminine. It can be the Mother of the Tarot. It can talk about pregnancy as well. Underneath that is the Magician, Two of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if someone already had a child or became pregnant. And that would be a very, very stressful time to also then go through a breakup with your partner. So I really hope that's not the case for anyone, because it just would be very stressful and very hurtful. But it could also be that someone is wanted. I mean, you, Taurus, the Empress can be Taurus and Libra energy, funnily enough. But that could also be that you're wanting to manifest becoming a mother. And that Ace of Pentacles it obviously can be a new beginning, but when it's right next to the Empress and the Magician, I would also say, like, it could be, a bun in the oven, or a seed that can grow into an oak tree or a human adult, whichever. But it's almost like it's blocked. That that manifestation is like almost like a discussion or a manifestation that you want to bring into reality is blocked by the fact that you're potentially, there's this immaturity from the other person who wants to put off making some sort of decision about that, or that maybe they have been doing that, maybe they have been delaying it, just wanting to, have a good time. Also, just more focused on how, what other people think of them. Definitely a little bit emotionally immature. Maybe they also kind of hid the fact that they weren't ready to be a parent from you, because they knew if you found that out, then there might be a bit of a deal breaker about the two of you kind of moving forward. Okay, let's get into the spread. Because how you're feeling about this person, Taurus, we've got the Six of Swords and the Lovers card. At first, I was thinking with that Six of Swords card, you feel like you're ready to kind of let go of any the tension, the conflict, the disagreement, the ideas that you had about what could be with this person. Kind of let that go and go with the flow of the universe and allow it to move you forward. That could still be the case, and with this Lovers card, it could just be saying that you feel like you do still love this person, and you feel like there is this undeniable bond between the two of you that will always be there, but you're feeling like you need to kind of just go with the stream, the course that the universe is kind of taking you on, and stop trying to fight the inevitable. Let's see. Tell me more. Anything else about how Taurus is feeling about this person? We've got the Fool. For some of you, you might feel like you might feel like you jumped into something with this person without really considering the important questions, because the Fool here, you see how it's also almost like an Icarus character of this girl flying potentially too close to the sun. It's like angels rush in where, no, sorry, fools rush in where angels dare to tread kind of energy, which is also reminding me of that Moth card. Tell me about why the Fool. Wow, well, the other element is that we've got the World card, And the bottom of the deck now is the Ten of Swords when the World came out. Wow, I'm sorry, I didn't see that the Judgment had also come out. This is so significant. The journey of the major arcana starts with the Fool. It goes through to Judgment, and then if you pass Judgment, then you progress to the World. That chapter closes out. That is done. You have learned everything you were supposed to learn from this cycle, this karmic cycle of your life, this chapter. You have completed it. Level complete. In a way, you've leveled up by reaching the point of acknowledging the trumpets when they sound with the Judgment energy, and moving on, moving up. And then obviously those two coming out after the Fool. And then when that happens, when you do pass Judgment, you go to the World, that completes, and then you restart the journey on a new level, if you like, but you go back to the Fool. So this is like completion of the end of a chapter for you, and ready to begin a new one. And I mean, with the Ten of Swords, for you feel like this is over with this person. I'm not saying that you feel like, woohoo, it's over. No, it's just that you feel like this has come to a point where you can no longer stress yourself out, freak out about it, be like living in a distressed and chaotic energy anymore about this situation. You may have done a lot of internal reflection, or constantly thinking about this, or constantly thinking about what you should do, and also trying to maybe do more, like as in you were bringing 100 to the relationship and maybe the other person was bringing like 50% of effort, but were prepared to do that to kind of try and make it work. You may have felt like you were settling for less than you had ever thought. This wasn't part of the plan that you would settle for this little, but you tried, and it's just got to the point where, I mean, you're ready to leave this behind you and to be independent of it, to be single. Even if you kind of come out of it and maybe it's a bit shaky at first, maybe you're at a bit of a potentially, it might be a little bit of a struggle at first getting back on your feet, but you're prepared to do that rather than stay in it anymore. I think the Lovers card, as I said, is here because maybe you will always love this person, but you feel like you're done, you're out, basically. How they're feeling about you. Now, any cross-watchers who are coming through as the other person, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying what Taurus is telling me. It's not my opinion. So, how this person is feeling about you, Taurus. We have the Death card and the King of Cups. Death card is Scorpio's major arcana. The King of Cups is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This person feels like it's ending, or it has reached a point of no return, as in how things are between the two of you now. They're never going to be the way that they were before that moment. Everything has changed. They may feel like there has been a significant ending between the two of you. They may also feel, because I'm really drawn to how the Death character is pointing at the kind of the new world to this female figure here. And she's the one walking through, that gateway to have another life, a different, not still on this plane of existence, but I mean like a new life for her. Whereas the male figure here, is still offering all of his love to her. So I'm kind of getting a sense of this person feels slightly abandoned by you, Taurus, that you've ended this, but they're still standing there with all the love in their heart for you. Tell me more, please. How this person's feeling about Taurus. Geez Louise. I mean, the Strength card and the World. There's the Strength card. I just have to cover up the World. But you both have the World about each other. Both have come out in the upright, which is a serious sense of feeling like the World in reverse would be like there's unfinished business, something isn't wrapped up. So why the King of Cups? Oh my gosh. So the Sun card came out. So the strong Leo energy between the Sun and the Strength card. At the bottom of the deck when the Sun came out was the Moon. And then underneath the Moon is the Queen of Cups. And I'm clarifying the King of Cups. Okay, so this person feels like, yes, change is required as well between the two of you. However, they feel like you could actually get through this and go into the next chapter of life together. And I'm saying that because they feel like whatever's happening right now, they know that there's still so much joy, you make each other so happy, and even if you're not showing it, they're so confident with that Sun and Strength energy as well, that you're underneath it all, you still love them, with the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. Like, the love is there regardless. So basically they feel like this could be the dawn of a new life for the two of you. There could still be a new dawn, a new chapter. Everything will have to change, but they love you and you love them, so it's going to be okay. I mean, I say that the Tower card comes out. And when the Tower card came out, it's the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Yes, okay, this person feels like everything has imploded. Everything is currently rubble. Underneath the Six of Cups is the Four of Wands. But the connection that exists between Taurus and myself, you know, everything that we've already shared, the love, the affection that we've already experienced between the two of us means that, yeah, I mean, I just had a look underneath the Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Is that the Lovers card as well? Oh, of course, Two of Cups and the Lovers card there as well. Yeah, everything has currently fallen to shit, but basically we love each other so much. We will come back together stronger, a new beginning, basically is how they're feeling. Now, how they're viewing you is the Queen of Pentacles and the Justice card. Obviously, that's you coming through in the Queen of Pentacles energy. They're viewing you as very much embodying the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, which is one of abundance, success, but also nurturing, kindness, loyalty, a long-term partner. Justice, they're viewing you as also someone who is firm but fair. It's, you know, you don't make decisions out of spite. You make decisions because it's, or, you know, anything you've done here in terms of ending it, they're viewing you as that was a direct, equal result of whatever had happened. It's like they're not viewing you as being unreasonable. In fact, they're viewing you as basically only expecting exactly what a Queen of Pentacles should receive, effectively, in this dynamic and what's going on between the two of you. Their current situation is the King of Swords and the Three of Swords. They're in a very, well, the Three of Swords shows that desperate heartbreak energy I was talking about at the very start with the first card out with the Five of Cups. They're currently feeling that desperately, like, the grief, the loss, the sorrow, absolutely cut up about this in their current situation. They're also, however, like, defensive about what's happened. They might be trying to kind of, if anyone comes near them right now, they're going to be quite spiky, potentially defensive, or like maybe shifting blame or just argumentative, kind of still fighting their case to anyone who will listen, I would say as well. Give me a couple on their current situation, please. Wow. So Breaking Point came out, which is limit, final straw, overwhelmed. But I think they also, wow, and abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. I was about to say that I think you reached your breaking point. That's what I said from the start of, like, it was the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. It was something that brewing, and it reached a point of a breaking point. But it's almost like they don't want to accept that still, that they pushed you too far. They may be saying to people that you abandoned them, that you walked away, like you've cut them off very coldly. But it's... Tell me anything else. Oof. We've got the sorrow card came out. Loss, grief, depression, which is definitely that Three of Swords I was talking about. And then curse. Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. I mean, they're in a very negative place. Why curse? The fantasy card came out. Daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. It could be that they are just imagining the worst about what's going on with you. Like thinking up, you know, playing out awful daydreams about you being with someone else, or, you know, never seeing you again, or something like this. Anything else about their current situation? Oh, I mean, releasing and running came out together. Releasing says letting go, moving on, walking away, and then running says ghosting, disappearing, invisible. But running to me also talks about that kind of avoidant way of dealing with something, of just running from what is the truth, running from what is really happening. And this person is, well, they're kind of also cursed by the fantasy that, like, rather than living in reality. Because I was, you know, as I was saying, they feel like, you know, it doesn't matter what's actually happened between the two of you. Underneath it all, you still love them as much as they love you. And to be fair, I see that you do still love them, but that's kind of like not the point. But they feel like because of the love that you two have shared, you'll get back together. It could well be this curse that they have in their situation is living in fantasy, and they are running from the reality that you are releasing them. They may, that when I said they're kind of being defensive, if people are trying to talk to them about, like, oh, I heard you and Taurus broke up, like, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? They might be like, no, we're not talking about that. That's not happening. Taurus and I are going to get back together. You don't know what you're talking about. That's kind of what I'm getting from this person. What are their intentions towards you, Taurus? We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles again. In terms of an intention, it's almost like they feel like they need to, their gut is telling them to leave it up to you to take action. Oh my gosh. Anything else you can tell me about their intention towards Taurus? Why the Queen of Pentacles is their intention? Ten of Swords came out in reverse now, with the Chariot card at the bottom of the deck. It feels like their intention is to wait for a sign from you that, yeah, I just shuffled the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Wands, Judgment. Their intention is to wait for a sign from you, Taurus, that you haven't actually released them, that you are still going to keep trying to make it work with them. Any sign that you do still have one more F to give about this, and that you haven't really let them go, they're going to wait for that. Tell me anything else. Wow. So the Empress came out. The bottom of the deck when that came out was the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups. I mean, that's very much the Empress. With the Six of Cups can talk about children. The Ace of Wands is it can talk about a passionate experience with someone. I'm trying to keep it PC for YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, to get you in bed, Taurus. To what? To get you pregnant? To put a baby in you? because then they can keep you. Are you serious? It's like their intention is that they know that the only way to keep you is to wait for a sign that you're not really gone, and then to give you what you wanted. Why the Empress? Which would be a child. Yep. Their intention is to try and keep you, basically. The Six of Wands came out, that kind of no one really compares to you as far as this person is concerned. The Seven of Wands, they want to stand their ground and keep anybody else away from you, and the World in reverse. It could also be the fact that the Six of Wands can talk about a winner, and it's like so their intention might also be to kind of acquiesce to what you wanted to happen, and there was some sort of clash between the two of you about what one person wanted for the long term for the two of you and what the other person wanted. So their intention would to kind of, they feel like it would be hopeless otherwise. The only way to keep you, and for these Ten of Swords to go to a reverse Ten of Swords, will be to stop fighting, moving into like the next chapter of life, and that chapter involving like having a child with you. So their intention would be you win, like, okay, I'll have a family with you, because they feel like that's the only way they can stop this from being over. Now, it's obviously your life, you do what you want, but it's a interesting way to decide that you want to have a child, is because otherwise you will lose your partner. I don't know how that works out in the long term for that child, but I'm just going to leave it there with my opinions. The action that this person's most likely going to take towards you next, Taurus, we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So this is pursuing you with both passion and love, like, as in, when I say love, I mean like romantic, sweetness, emotions, like telling you how they feel about you, telling you how much you mean to them, how much they adore you, also like making it very clear that they are so passionately attracted to you. They also, with this Knight of Wands, may make some sort of gesture to show that how serious they are about you, and that they're willing to compromise in some way, that they are sincere, that they have integrity, and they, it feels like they're not going to just try once, they're going to keep trying in different ways to get your attention and back on them as well. So what's going to be happening between the two of you most likely going forward? We have the Seven of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. As I said with just now, with the action they're going to take in terms of not giving up easily, and they're not going to try just once and then that's it. The Seven of Wands is more defensive energy, which is also what I get from them in their current situation with that King of Swords, but it's also like it's almost defensive to reality. It's like pushing away the reality of the situation, trying to fight what the actual clash is here. It's kind of not accepting the truth, the message, the information that's coming towards them. Now, that's on their side. For your side, I feel like it's also going to be, you're going to be defensive and have a wall up, or have be extremely blocked to try and work this out with them, with the Three of Pentacles. Basically, they're going to be fighting and not giving up at all, very determined to try and get you to work this out with them, and you're going to be on the other side pushing them away, that you don't want to try and collaborate with them. So there's definitely this resistance going on, but it's also, I would say they also might be getting advice from other people in terms of trying to get a plan together potentially of how to make this work, and that could also be like a mediation energy. So it could be, for example, like a therapist. They might be suggesting couples therapy for some of you. Anything else you can tell me about what's going to be happening for Taurus and this person going forward? I mean, the Three of Pentacles comes out immediately. If you can see, that's the Three of Pentacles with my camera. On top of the Three of Pentacles. But then we have the Six of Swords. Those two cards came out. Bearing in mind, you're feeling, that was the very first card on the spread, you're feeling the Six of Swords. You're feeling ready to like let your ideas about what this could have been, or what this was, go and move on. And this Six of Swords cards, Six of Swords, you're still like trying to move on, and there's literally, that's the basically like the tower that's happened in your rear view mirror. What you thought could be is on fire, and you're making a getaway. With this Three of Pentacles coming out again immediately, it's giving me the sense this person might speak to friends or family, or even your friends or family, to try and gain allies, or to kind of, you know, can you speak to Taurus for me or something? Can you put in a good word or get them to answer my messages or something like this? Anything else? Or even like an older member of the family or something that presents like a certain level of emotional wisdom. They might try and get that person to speak to you and be like, oh, you think it's all over, Taurus, but when you get to my age, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm getting. Anything else? What's going to be happening? How is Taurus going to be going forward with this person? How is Taurus going to be acting or feeling, or what is Taurus's side of things going forward? Page of Swords with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're going to be reserving judgment. You might want to see more action and less emotional talk from this person. Like, you might not need to hear so many times about how much they love you. You might be like, I'm just going to sit and wait and see what you actually do, because that's, you know, talk is the loving talk is lovely, but it's more about the action. Tell me more. It's like you want to see if they're going to put their not their money where their mouth is, but like are they going to back up the stuff that they're saying with action? So you're kind of, yeah, I keep getting withholding judgment, or further judgment, I guess. Yeah, Seven of Wands coming out to clarify. Basically, the Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you might make it clear to this person that you want space. I mean, this Page of Swords as well is not a communicating Page of Swords with the sword pointing down. It's more like finding out information. Like, it's like listening but not speaking. So I think you might just want some space from this person, and they are kind of not giving up, trying to fight for you to get on board with them again. But I see you more maybe literally getting some distance from them, just to get your headspace, because you feel like if this is quite raw, if this is quite fresh as well, you might feel like you need some quiet to just like to consider what they're saying, rather than for them to keep barraging, like a barrage of messages. Anything else? Literally, the Knight of Cups came out, and on top of it, the Eight of Pentacles. That is literally what I said of what you're saying. You know, how much you love me is great, and like, you know, maybe you'll say, you know, that you love them too. But it's about putting the hard work in. It's about sorting your career out. It's about sorting your finances out. It's about, where are the results, or is it just a lot of talk? Temperance, Sagittarius, Major Arcana. Okay. There is potential, Taurus, I've got to be honest, for some of you who want this, obviously, when, you know, you've had some space and quiet time to think, get your head straight. There is a potential for some of you for reconciliation and for there to be some healing in this connection with the Temperance card. But also, at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles can, in this, especially in this deck, talk about kind of laying a solid, reliable foundation. Now, bearing in mind, I think the foundation you had previously wasn't as solid, because that's why it led to a tower. It was on shaky grounds. That's why eventually it fell down. There is a chance here to kind of, maybe because of this breaking point that was reached, to start a fresh foundation, which is far more evenly distributed, or whatever, between the two of you. I say that as well because underneath the Four of Pentacles is the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, which we've seen next to each other several times, I feel like. I was talking about the seed that can grow into an oak tree or an adult human or whatever. Next to the Ace of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, bearing in mind pages can also talk about children. Next to the Page of Pentacles, sorry, I can't show it properly, but it's the World card, which is that new chapter that this person knows they were kind of like fighting or putting off. And then underneath the World card is the Emperor. I mean, I guess also you need to, you want to see the results rather than just hear the talk, but it's also, I mean, is this person only now, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting, that they may well only give in, literally give in to what you want, Taurus, in terms of a family, so that they don't lose you. But it's your life, it's your business. But I mean, I think there's enough children out there who grew up with one parent, or at least one who only was their parent because they didn't want to be alone, like romantically, and it's pretty tough. But obviously I'll leave that with you. It's none of my business. But yeah, that's kind of what I've got this time for you, Taurus. I do hope it was useful for someone out there. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already, and if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. If it resonated at all, leave me a comment and let me know. I wish you all my very best. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.